So what are you seeing from the Vikings run game, especially from Dalvin?
They've been running on everybody, and so we got our hands full this week. We got to make sure that we come ready to play, and I'm excited.
When you look at Dalvin on film, I mean, is he one of the most special running backs in this league already?
He explosive, I know it's faster than what you think in person. You know what I'm saying? What you see on film. So that's why I say we got to make sure that we don't get him started because he's been gashing everybody.
With that zone blocking scheme they implemented there, what are the keys to not getting caught in that?
Just make sure that you stay in your gap because that's the thing. He can set you up. He Le'Veon, but he on another. I mean, like Le'Veon is a beast, but what's his name got that speed, that burst through the line that's different. What's his name a little more patient than him, but I feel the same. He can get people out their gaps just by wiggling, a little bit. He got a unique skill, and we just got to make sure that we stay in our gap and stay disciplined.
He's got the most runs in the NFL of 20 or more yards. Is it key upon everybody to make sure they stay where they're supposed to be and not allow him to get past them where he can get that explosive?
You just got to make sure that
going?
when you get your one-on-one with him, you got to make sure you get him on the ground or at least take your shot so that we can rally to the ball. And when you miss, another guy's coming. You just got to have that mentality to get him on the ground. And if we got 11 guys out there with that mentality to get to the ball, make sure that they don't run on us or have a day on us, we got to make sure that we go out there and do that.
I know you guys always focus on it one game at a time mentality, but Fletcher just said he can appreciate the fact that this stretch of 3 tough road games and then coming back to face the Bears might be a season-defining stretch for you. Do you agree?
Oh yeah, I agree. We got three away games, 3 tough tasks. Every week is tough, but like I say, I try not to clutter my mind with too much. With Vikings in the way, they trying to come in. We going down there and they trying to run on us, and I got to make sure I'm prepared and make sure we prepared. And so I like our chances. I love the attitude of today so far, and so we'll see when that time comes.
How special is it going to be to go back to that stadium? What happened there 2 years ago?
I'm gonna have my moment for a second, and then I'm gonna be ready, ready to go, and let's keep it undefeated in there.
He's got a question.
Brandon Graham, how you feel about being disrespected? You had 3 sacks and you didn't get named NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
That's out of my control. All I can do is just keep going out there, man, and winning, and then hopefully, like I say, they'll start to feel us.
I mean, for a guy to have a career day, I mean, that's got to put some type of chip on the shoulder, going into the next week.
Oh yeah, I always keep that chip on my shoulder. I make sure that I talk to guys like Fletch. If I'm frustrated or something, man, Fletch, keep me cool, man.
There you have it, folks. The truth.
Now he said he owes you for his second sack, I believe it was.
I already paid him. He good. I ain't gonna tell the world, but the D lineman of the world know what that means. He got me my second one though, so I appreciate him. Fletch was out there. Even though he didn't get one.
Appreciate that Rolex, bro. Appreciate the Rolex.
That boy was out there. He was out there working hard, and like what we talk about, they come in bunches. Just wasn't his day, but I hope it's his day coming up.
But we were talking, should they give assists out for defensive linemen when they create a play for somebody else? Hold on, I know he's got an opinion. What do you
No, I mean, you had to do too much, looking at the film and that could have been too much gray area. You got to get him on the ground. We keep it as it is. Whoever touch him first.
Brandon, I know the Vikings aren't maybe a historic rival for you guys, but you've had some really good games against them, especially the past 2-3 years. Can you appreciate maybe a different energy going into Sunday's game?
I mean, we know they're gonna come to play. They beat us last year, beat us by 2. So it was they came in our place, and they got one. So. We trying to go down and do what we supposed to do, and that's be prepared and go out there and play a good game.
What are you seeing out of their run game right now?
Yeah, they're running the ball really good. I think we got a real test for us this weekend. Dalvin Cook, I think, is probably the best player on offense, if you ask me. He's making a lot of things go for the offense. He's what's making the offense right now because he can run the ball so good.
I know it's kind of hard to compare players, but is there a guy that maybe you see similar to Dalvin Cook?
If I had to compare it to just his type, really, I would say Alvin Kamara, guy from he runs hard, really good balance. He kind of roll off. Run through on tacos, kind of roll off all over the place. And, for us, it's going to be a really good test for our front four.
Why do you guys think that you've been able to stop the run so well these first 5 games?
I mean, just communication. Jim obviously doing a great job of making sure that that he's scheming up pretty good, and guys just doing what they need to do, doing their job, holding each other accountable, and the main thing is taking it from practice until game day.
They ran the ball so heavily to start the year. Had a couple guys complain now they're throwing it around. Are they tough to project right now? Kind of what they're going to be doing.
I mean, if I'm the offensive coordinator and I'm running the ball really good, then there's no need to throw it. Like I said, I think they were doing a really good job of giving Cook the ball. He's doing a really good job of running. He's really explosive on tape and fast. So I think for us, it's going to be one of those games where we need to get on him before he gets started, kind of make him make his mind up, and create a new line of scrimmage. And I think that's what this defense is built for.
I know so much of the talk is always one game at a time, but this is a really big 4 or 5 week stretch. Would you go as far to say season defining?
I mean, honestly, I think these next 4 weeks is basically it's going to define this team. It's going to define this locker room. There's a time where we always come together and we know what we got ahead of us. Right now, the main thing is to focus on the game on Sunday and see where we at.
The Vikings are in a historical rivalry for you guys. I don't want to use that word, but you guys have had some big games against them in recent years. Is there something maybe a little bit special, especially considering the last time you guys at US Bank Stadium you won a Super Bowl?
No, I mean, obviously, you get that feeling when you go in there, but right now, it was a couple of years ago. We can't talk about that. So I think for us, it's going to come down to our big guys against their big guys, and our O-line against their D-line. I think that's where the game's going to be won at, and it's going to be a battle.
Will you take a moment though and walk in there and say, "This is where the greatest moment of my career happened"?
Well, I think the difference would be this time is we'll be in the visitors' locker room, so it'll be kind of different.
But still, it's still the same stadium.
Yeah, it's still the same stadium, but like you said, man, you can't dwell on the past. It was obviously a good moment for us, a good time for us, a good game for us, and right now we have to focus on beating the Vikings.
First of all, is it going to be pretty special stuff put back in the stadium out there in Minnesota?
I mean, obviously there will always be some sentimental value, but I'm not thinking about that game 2 years ago. Obviously, we got a big challenge this week. These guys got after us last year in our home, so it's going to be a great test for us. They got a really good defense, a bunch of really good players. We've played against each other so many times over the years, so we know each other well. It's going to be a very good test for our offense.
Jason Kelsey says this defense hasn't really changed at all in the last few times that you faced him. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the same structure, same players. Pretty much their whole team has been together on defense for a long time, and Zimmer does a heck of a job with them. He always has them flying around doing exotic stuff. So like I said, it's going to be a good test for us.
It's not a historic rivalry between you and the Vikings, but you guys have had some pretty big and meaningful matchups the last few years. Does that play in at all to this Sunday?
I think it just plays into the fact that we know each other extremely well. I think everyone understands the strengths of their defense, and they understand all the strengths of our offense. So it's just kind of like a division game at this point. We play them so much each and every year that we know each other extremely well. We're extremely familiar with one another. So at the end of the day, everything's going to be about execution, and I'm excited for the game on Sunday.
Is it beneficial having faced Zimmer's defense a bunch of times, or does he do a good job kind of switching things up?
I think it's definitely beneficial that we've played him so many times in the past, but I'm sure he's going to have something on Sunday that we've never seen. He's always going to have something almost like a flavor of the week that we've never seen as an offense. So we'll see it and hopefully adjust on the sidelines and adjust from there. But he's always been one of the best defensive coaches in the league. We got a lot of respect for him in this building. So it's going to be a fun game.
Do you think the offense could use a little more explosiveness, a little more big play type stuff?
I mean, the goal is to always score the first play. That's what I try and do each and every time I touch the ball is score. It's easy to have those 2 or 3 play drives. Obviously, we're missing probably the best deep threat in the league for however long he's out. But at the end of the day, we got to find a way to score points. It doesn't matter if it happens on the first play or the 20th play of the drive. They all count the same, and we just got to find a way to score touchdowns.
What happened to those long throws down the seam to you that we used to see? Those were fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's always fun. I think my yards per catch this year, I think it's higher than it was last year, so I think I'm having some explosive plays. We placed a lot of defenses where a lot of double teams, safety help. So I'm just trying to do what I can to help this team win. Obviously, we got a lot of talent on offense. Everyone's touching the ball right now, and I'm just trying to do the best job I can.
How'd your fine appeal go?
It was good. I mean, it was about a 10-minute phone call. There's been no verdict of what the result is, and I'm eagerly awaiting what they decide.
Jason, I know you have a game to play, but will you take a moment when you walk in there and say, this is where the greatest moment that could have happened? Will you just kind of reminisce a little bit?
I don't know. I'll let you know on Monday, yeah. Or Tuesday or after the game, yeah.
What stands out when you watch this Vikings defense on tape?
Great players. I mean, we've played them largely in the same team, but obviously, tremendous players. The coach is a great coach. He puts their players in good situations, in good positions. Really, really good defensive line, great linebackers, a secondary that's going to be able to disguise things and throw you off. I mean, this is about as good of a defense as you're going to see in the NFL.
So let me phrase this differently then. You guys did play them last year. What are some of the biggest differences you see from last year when you face them?
Not too many. I mean, we've played them last year, played them in the playoff game. This is a team that does what they do. They're going to have little wrinkles mixed up. They're going to have some new blitz packages dialed in. But, they don't change up too often because of how good they are. I mean, across the board, you really don't see a weakness on that team. And it's going to take all of us playing at our A game and being on the same page. And in this type of environment, it's a heck of a challenge for us.
He's grown. I think that the first drive, I think he missed a tackle on Le'Veon Bell, which is to be expected from most defenders. But he had the pass interference, but responded well, played well the rest of the game, showed up, made some tackles, made some plays. So I think he's growing. He's getting more and more comfortable. Obviously, he's going to be a big part of what we're doing. So I think everybody feels good with him out there.
Malcolm, what kind of a challenge is 3 straight on the road?
Worried about one right now. It's a challenge when you start looking at big pictures and you forget what's right in front of you right now. That's a really good Minnesota Vikings team. Right now that's all we focus on is one road game at a time.
Malcolm, this is a special stadium. This stadium is a special place for a lot of guys on this team. When you walk in there, will you just take a moment, maybe reminisce a little bit, and then move on?
Hell no. And no. I'm trying to win this game. No, it's not a time to reminisce and be sentimental, all that stuff. It's time to get ready to play. It's going to be a physical game. That's what I'm going to be at.
I think I'm going to focus on this one right here. I like to take it like that. Minnesota's in front of us, so we got to prepare for them.
It seems like you and Carson have been just a little out of sync maybe the last couple of weeks. Do you feel like you guys are close to?
Yeah, we've been getting some good work in, that the practices leading up to last game were really good. We were getting after it, working extra, and that's all we're going to do because sometimes, what you put in doesn't always show itself right away, but it's going to show itself at the right time, and I got a lot of faith that we're going to keep on working and we're going to cash in soon.
Punt return work for you this week?
We don't know what's going to happen, but, if my number gets called to go back there, I'll be ready.
That stadium holds a special place for a lot of guys. Will you take a moment when you go in there just to kind of reminisce a little bit?
I'm going to lock in and get ready for the Minnesota Vikings.
I know.
But yes, it is a special place. We understand what happened there. And that's a wonderful thing, and I don't want to take anything away from that. But for me, honestly, we got to lock in and get ready for Minnesota. If thinking about that helps me even do better that game versus Minnesota, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw strength from anywhere I can.
Zach said that this is almost like a division game because you guys have played Minnesota so many times in the last few years. How can that familiarity help you on Sunday?
Oh, yeah, we're familiar with them. I think just like they're familiar with us. We know their personnel. They know how they're going to match up. And, it's something that you have a lot of tape on. It's a game that you have a lot of tape on. We've played them since 16, so it's going to be a cool game.
Yeah, what's it going to take for the offense to really kind of put together, what you would consider to be a complete game? Have any roles?
Just got to keep on grinding. It's the NFL, and not every week is going to look like that. We're playing good teams. We know that we're explosive. We have personnel, but at the end of the day, people just do certain things. And we just take what they give us, and our quarterback's doing a good job of, trying to keep us on schedule and making plays.
Are you at the point where when you have a couple games without a lot of catches, you can kind of just move on from it?
Got to, because the day you start worrying about it will be the day you miss your opportunity, honestly, because I know that, it's going to come. And it's going to come real big, and I'm going to fall back in the end zone. I'm going to be all excited and happy and, slapping hands and all that. So it's about me just putting in the work and trusting that my time will come to have that, what you would call another breakout game, to get those juices flowing. And after you have them, they come in bunches. So it's like you take the lid off after that one.
The front seven, the line, they definitely they got some big guys up there. They can do a lot of things, so you got to get good movement up front.
Not only are they big up front, but they've played together for a long time. How difficult is that? The fact that they have that chemistry and they know what everyone else is going to do.
Yeah, that definitely makes it difficult because they're going to be in the right places more often than not. They're going to know what to do. They know how to play off each other. So you definitely have to be focused on top of your game.
What does it mean to hear when Coach Peterson says that you're going to be the lead back going forward?
That doesn't mean much to me because we know the game plan can switch up each week. One person get more touches than the other, so you just got to be ready for your opportunity.
As you entered the season, how many carries were you thinking you could be in the game?
I wasn't sure just as many I could get to help the team out, really.
The passing game has been a lot with the running backs the last several weeks. The longest pass games in the last 3 games have all been with running backs. Do you think that's something that will continue?
I definitely think it is something that continue. I feel like it makes it harder for the offense to be able to stop. Miles can get downfield with his speed and catch the ball, so I definitely feel like it's a mismatch we can take advantage of.
You had one of them.
Yeah, but Miles mostly.
What's the relationship like between you and Miles?
It's pretty great. He's a young guy. He's young and hungry. He wants to prove himself. So I remember being young, my first year and stuff, and just wanted to prove everybody what I could do.
What do you recall about that time, being young like Miles is right now?
Just being hungry, just a chip on my shoulder, just wanting to prove everybody wrong.
What's he like in the meeting rooms behind the scenes?
He's very attentive. He knows all the details, knows all the plays. He takes great notes and stuff like that, so he's always paying attention.
Is it impressive for a rookie? Because obviously, a few years in the league, you've been around a bunch of young guys, so is it impressive how quickly he's caught on? Or?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely impressive because they've thrown a lot at him. They want him to know a lot, and he's been able to handle all that.
What's it like from a pass protection standpoint? That's something where, it's an underrated part of the game, but both you and Miles have thrived in that. How much pride do you take in that?
Definitely take a lot of pride in that because that's one of the things you got to be able to do to get on the field as a running back. No matter how well you can run, you got to be able to protect the quarterback. And we've been doing a great job. Miles, he did a great job on the corner, knocked him out basically.
So what happened then when you guys watched the film of that play? What happened?
I saw it during the game, so I was like, we were pretty pumped up to see that hit.
Was Miles talking some trash to him after he laid him out like that?
No, not really, but him and JP, they had got on a little bit, and the ref told him ease up.
Because JP came over and picked him up, almost kind of like, all right, Miles, you.
Yeah, I think he thought JP might have hit him how hard he got hit.
Overall, has he fit well in the cornerback room with you guys?
Yeah. We get on him a lot, but he fits good with us.
Why did he get on?
Just jokes. Just joke with him. Just joke around with him. Yeah, but he's good. Good guy.
I don't know if he's got a lot of new names in it in the last couple of weeks, right? Cornerback room?
Yeah, a few. Yeah, O wasn't there before. Jane, he keep coming in and out. He's freeloading right now.
I mean, you gotta get guys wearing name tags, guys figuring out whose favorite color it is, whose favorite artist it is.
When we go out, we always talk like a family. So.
I don't know if you've seen Pro Football Focus and how they've rated you this year.
I don't pay attention.
Pretty darn good.
I don't pay attention to it.
All right, but how much do you think your play has improved from last year, and how much more comfortable do you feel in the defense this year?
It's improved a lot. Everyone believes in me. Coaches believe in me. So I'm just playing with a lot of confidence.
When you look at the 2 receivers they have on this squad, one of the best in the NFL as far as a combo?
Yeah, definitely. They got one of the best tandems on football right now. Good guys, so it'll be a good challenge.
What do you think makes them so special, the skills they each have?
They both just good route runners.
When you face a guy like Thielen who's really good at bolt catching, so they're going to constantly go back to him, maybe 10, 11 targets a game. How well conditioned do you have to be for a matchup like that when you know you're constantly going to be targeted?
You got to be conditioned a lot, and you got to have a mindset of you might give up a few, but you got to just keep working. Because when guys get that many targets, they going to catch some balls. The coverage might allow them to catch it. You might be in cover 3, he might just catch a curl or something like that. You just got to keep battling.
Kirk Cousins have been struggling in the passing game, and they were trying to get it going. What did you see last week when you're looking at the tape, especially in the first half there?
If the pass don't work, they just get the ball to Dalvin, just let him run. Usually he finds a way to get the job done, and that opens up a lot of their offense.